I heard the girlies wanted a going out makeup routine for college or just going out in general at night. And I do think this was actually one of my most complimented makeup looks ever, so let's get into it. This was my inspo pick for my eyes in general, so I knew I wanted to start with my eyebrows just to get them tamed and out of the way. I highly recommend the Rare Beauty Clear Brow Gel. It keeps your brow hairs in place all night, and I always fill in my brows with the Kosas brow products. I use the shade medium brown. I feel like it's the most natural on me. And then I normally don't sculpt out my brows, but I knew I wanted this makeup routine to like actually really slay, so I carved out my brows. And then I went into my eyes. I think I'm gonna do a separate video entirely on my eye look because this is my first time doing a smoky eye, and it was a lot of trial and error, and I think I did pretty good in the end, but that's going to be a separate video, and I'll already have it up if you're seeing this. I wasn't really feeling it at this stage, but I decided it was just because I didn't have a full face of makeup on yet, so I started going in with my foundation. The Dior foundation stick is my absolute favorite, and I also love mixing it with Rhode glazing milk. It makes it much creamier. I also decided that this was the time to add my Lumify eye drops because baddies have clear eye whites, and I also just missed my eyes, so I didn't want to mess up my makeup down the line. Which I'm glad I did because I missed my eye 4 times. And then I started going with bronzer, but I decided this look needs to be really sculpted, so I switched to my Westman Atelier Face Trace Contour Stick, and I just chiseled out my cheekbones. I like doing the temples in my forehead and then my chin. I do this V shape to like narrow in my face. Once that was blended though, I did end up adding back a bit more bronzer just to give my face some warmth. And then for blush, I love using mauve colors at nighttime. I feel like it's just the most fitting for the occasion. This is the Tan Line blush from Rhode, and I just put that on the high points of my cheeks, and then I spread out the excess across my forehead a little bit. And then I did my favorite concealer concoction, the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Color Corrector, just to get rid of any discoloration on my under eyes. And then I go in with the Natasha Denona Serum Concealer. I like it because it's super full coverage, but it's a very thin formula, so it's not going to crease on you throughout the night. But these are all the places that I put it, and then I love doing it on the cheeks specifically because it